Hi all sailors, just having a look at the broad conditions for the weekend. So looking at the synoptic chart for today, you can see that low that came and gave us a posting last week has gone over and deep into 980 and has given New Zealand a bit of a post up. Interesting thing is this very odd shape high, and it's really interesting to see how low that high is pushed down. So it'll be pushing the fronts and things down as we go. If we look on Tuesday, you can see that how high is starting to elongate, and if you look from yesterday until today, you can see the actual high started to move up the chart a bit, so it's getting closer. If we look on Wednesday, we can see that that high has done a really interesting thing, is it's joined the high that's moving across, that's across in New Zealand. So it's become a very long, skinny, elongated one, which is a really unusual thing. And the thing to look at here is this little low system that's popped up in the middle of the coast, and this could advent to an east coast low. I don't think it's going to show in the chart, but it is a possibility, and we're still early in the piece, so everything that I'm doing here is just showing you suggested possibilities and outcomes. If we look at Thursday, you can see that high has started to slow down. There is a low behind this, which could give us some trouble for coming home. Lots of northerlies in the front of this low. If we look on Friday, close to start time, you can see that there is a little low that's formed within the high pressure systems, but we can see that the 1020 high is starting to move off the coast towards New Zealand, and could make a bit of a blocking high here if it happens to be. If we look during the racecourse time, you can see that it's a big high pressure system, so likely to be a bit of everything race, but not going to be very hard at all if you believe the synoptic charts. But again, it's still early, and you can see though that the trip home leaving on Sunday, looking at those northerlies and the wind in that situation, we're probably going to leave that till a little bit later past Sunday towards Monday, because it just looks windy. But we just need to be flexible. If you go and look at the 500 millibar one, and if we look at Thursday, you can see the jet stream is quite strong above and below us, but there's nothing in this area here, so it's not going to encourage the systems to move through. So anyway, the whole synoptic chart looks like it's going to be a pleasant trip. So it's for those new to ocean sailing, this might be a nice, interesting start to your sailing journey. If we look at the windy option, we can see that the models are quite different. So if we look at the start time, you can see they're predicting some southerly winds, but I don't think that's accurate. This is working on the WMMF model, which is the new one. So you can see, if you play along the course here, you can see they're predicting southerly winds there. As you come down across the course, you see that it starts to go a little further south, but then it starts to go off to the west in that little bit there. So you can see the finish. Interesting, if you magnify in at Burnie, you can see at Devonport, you can see this little hole here, which cause a bit of problem. So anyway, there's lots to look at and lots to think about, but it's still early days, and so we'll give you a further update as we get to know it better. Thanks, Simon.